Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Vantine here with Ted Akes. Today we are at Niello Corsia in Sacramento, California with the Niello Company. And Ted, an all-star panel of service managers here with us today.
That's right, and welcome to everybody. Thank you for being on the panel. We have some great talent here. Also, Shon Kingrey is here from out of town. Great anchor of the Roundtable. Also, Karl Murphy, CEO of Spiffy, is with us here today. And everybody else, welcome from the Niello Company. So thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Sarah?
Well, everyone, want to get started and kind of go down the lines of Jared. I'll start with you first and then head on down. But many customers interact with the service department far more often than the sales department. How much responsibility does service carry in shaping the overall perception of the dealership?
We play a vital role in what we do for our customers and how they interact when they come in for service. How they feel about our service is going to translate into, are they going to buy another car from us in the future? So it's a vital role that the service department plays in making sure the customer feels comfortable about coming to a dealer, because the dealer is, like everybody's been saying, it's not the place they want to be. We make it a welcoming environment, and they will turn around and buy cars from us in the future. So it's a very important transition.
100%. I agree with Jared. I don't think I could have said it any better than that. Great job. But it is all about service, right, Tully? Fix, fix, fix. They sell the car. We're the ones that sell it from the futures on. So we got to make sure we're on game every time that customer rolls in for service and repairs and take care of her.
Chandra?
Well, and it's like we've heard throughout the day, we're in the people business. So it's treat the people that, whether it's your internal employees or the customers walking in the door, in a way that you want to be treated, with transparency and full disclosure. And then that will carry over and bring them back, whether they come back and get a car serviced over and over again, or later on when it's time to trade that car in and get another car. You're more likely to retain that customer when you treat them with integrity.
Retention's been the key word, and with the Niello Company, they make it really easy for us, because if you follow the core values, it's really easy to take care of your customers. Treat the customer right, and they're always going to come back.
Karl?
Good, Sarah. As you know, we spent a lot of time talking to you about mobile service, launching scalable, profitable mobile service, and a big impact of that. It's not just getting the oil changed out, but the retention that it helps drive my dealerships. That's a big part of it.
I think everybody's heard the cliche that, sales sells the first and we sell the next 10. I think that's now more popular than ever, considering we're not seeing the car, but every once, maybe twice a year, if you're lucky, quite frankly, with the oil changes, the intervals. And obviously we're in the mobile service as well. And finding a way to reach them. Listen, we always make the comment, clients don't want to come to the dealership. We don't make it convenient. Not every dealership looks like this, obviously. All right. So we don't make it convenient. As Tully says, we don't answer the phone well. We don't do a lot of things well. And again, I think it's now more important than ever.
Shon, first question I have for you. The best service departments are built by strong leaders, not just strong processes. What leadership principle has had the biggest impact on you and your team's success, if you haven't picked back?
I think the word, again, I use it all the time with you, Ted, is accountability. You got to hold your people accountable. And again, not with customer service, with follow through, with follow up, with everything else. It's all accountability. And that goes from start to finish. If you have a case or you have an upset client, I involve the advisors, the technicians, everybody's involved in it, so we don't repeat the process over.
And Karl, you're so right. The industry is changing. We are seeing things like now the convenience factor of the customer wanting to have the service performed in their driveway. You're leading the charge on that. What are some leadership principles that may have had the biggest impact that you see out there on teams and their success?
Yeah, so internally at Spiffy, we talk about customer first. When we put an employee in the field, when we put them in the customer's driveway, or as the dealer's employee in the driveway, we say, look, make the decision that makes the customer a top of mind. What makes the customer happy? How do we solve the customer's problem? If you're making a customer first decision, everything else sort of falls in line after that, and it becomes very logical. Like, hey, what's the right answer, and how do we drive the initiative of young folks into the right direction to take care of customers?
I like that. Terry, what leadership principle have had the biggest impact on your team's success?
We have a lot of good leaders at the Niello Company, and as we get together every Tuesday, we talk. So we learn a lot from each other, but just treating people with respect and treating them the way you want to treat them was the best key.
Yep. Chandra?
Oh, and you have to empower your employees to make a decision. If they feel it's the right thing to do, with something we can always talk about later if it wasn't, but you have to give them that opportunity to make that decision. So if it's something like a customer couldn't come in, give them the leeway to drop a loaner car off to them and bring their car in and then deliver it back to them. But empowering your employees to be decision makers is a really key.
And really, you don't need to have the title leader to be a leader. And that's what I think we're all talking about right now is empowering our employees and our teammates to be leaders without that title and giving them the autonomy, the drive, and the tools that they need to be successful so we can deliver that exceptional service experience that we do day in and day out at the Niello companies. So it's all about that.
It goes right along with it starts at the very top and how you are treated and how you want to treat your employees, how they feel about coming into work every day. And we have a lot of longevity in the Niello company. The people that have raised me in the industry are still in the industry with me. I mean, Terry used to be my service manager, 20 years ago. And now I've learned from him so much that I'm taking what I've learned, I'm moving on to my people, and my people moving on down to their people, and we moving on down to the customer at the very end. So it's the relationships that you not only build with your, the people in the industry with you, it goes down, it trickles down to the customers, and they see how well you do with each other, and they want to be a part of that, and that's what keeps them coming back.
Jared, you touched on so much there, and really the legacy is what stands out to me the most with the Niello company and the culture. How much of a service manager's job would you say is operational versus developing people, and where should leaders be spending more of their time?
Great question. Operational, I would say 2%. It really is about morale. How can I make sure that my people are happy? How can I make sure that they exude that to their customers? As a manager, I don't really have to deal with the customers so much anymore. I want to make sure that my people are providing that experience, and I keep the morale high, whether it's in the shop, on the showroom floor, in my service department. We're people, and we got to make sure everybody wants to come to work.
So I'm very much with you. I call it the 80-20 rule. We should be leading 80% of the time and managing the other 20% of the time. And it's all about the 4 Ps. It's putting the right people in the right places with the right processes will give you profitability at the end of this. And really, we got to look at the KPIs of what we're doing, right? Keeping people interested, keeping people informed. And those types of KPIs, we really got to be looking at other than just numbers and taking care of the staff. It's the best thing I love doing is driving people to be as successful as I possibly can, giving them the autonomy. And like Jared said, I don't really speak a lot about getting in customers involved. We have the advisors do it and do what they need to do because they're the ones the customer sees, not me. They don't need to come in and see me. We just empower them to do what they need to do. But it's really about putting the right people in the right places with the right processes, and we'll get the profitability that we need at the end of all this.
Shon, I'm sorry. Oh, your perspective with operational versus developing people. Where should leaders be spending more of their time?
Well, developing your people. I mean, you've got to get out there and they want to come to work, and then that shows customers. And I mean, we've had customers who actually became employees because they see how well our employees get along and the atmosphere that's created with the employees, that's somewhere that they want to work. So we have to be out there and involved with them. It's operational falls into place.
And if I can interrupt real quick, it's all about, I think Rick Niello says it the most. We are in the people business. And it's really about making sure we take care of our employees. If we do that, the customers are going to come through because they want to come to work. I love coming to work every day. But we are in the people business, and that's what we got to remember as actual leaders in the store and what we do. Terry?
Yeah, I mean, they said it great. It's about 80-20. Sometimes it's 100% just working on the morale and making sure everybody's happy, everybody has what they need. We have weekly meetings. We ask them if they ever need anything to do their job a little bit better. That is putting the people first, the people that work with you, not for you, putting them first is what helps.
From your perspective.
Yeah, so Spiffy's a small organization, and our field leaders have, wrench sharing responsibility. And you say every opportunity, the leadership opportunity, they need to take every opportunity to whether it's training an employee or whether it's interacting with a customer. It's so important because there's awfully distractions out there. So you have to think about everyone being an opportunity to do that. And then, we get accepted by very percent that you'll years. So
You got the last word, Sheen. Yeah, this is easy after everybody's already said it. You just got to make sure you have the right process in place so your people are empowered to make the right decision. If it's right for the customer, then it's right for the business. Simple as that.
yep.
Thank you to all the leaders who are here with us today. Sarah, great information here at the Niello Company.
The future is right for fixed operations, and we'll continue to put a spotlight on it.
I'm Ted Ings with Sarah Vantine. We are here in Sacramento at the Niello Company, and we're going to be right back.
Yeah.